We are currently invading someone that yesterday in the arena was upset at me. Actually, I can show you that I use meta weapons. Bro was playing fucking hyper armor and being like, oh my god, why you just wouldn't die with shit weapon? What is this? I see what he's doing here. Okay. It's not helping you, my dude. Oh my god, dude, that's fucking unbelievable. Ask him why he's playing off meta. That's a good question. I'm gonna ask him in the exactly same way he asked me yesterday. Where is the fun to use off meta in invasions? Oh. Nope, I don't understand. Ah, you see, like the gamer says that it's 500 HP XD. In arena you are boring. I'm sorry. I'm not using shit weapons. Bruh. I mean, we can honestly talk about meta of meta and other type of bullshit that people cope about, especially in games like Souls. Honestly, this is actually, you can see that everywhere. People in League of Legends community is gonna be shit-talking you, for example, for playing like meta characters and coping that you are ranking up only because of these characters. It's just a cope mechanism related to people trying to shield themselves from realization that they are not as good as they would want to be. Because it only makes sense that when you are playing action RPG, you want to use the best tools available. People saying that, oh my god, you should play fashion? Like, this is just pure cope, obviously. You're playing action RPG. Statistics play a huge fucking role in that. Meta weapons are about statistics in this or another way. Sometimes it might be directly stats as like higher damage output, better scaling and so on. The other thing is like, for example, like, you know, the range of the weapon is also potentially a stat, yeah? So if you're playing action RPG and you're not paying attention to stats, then you're just playing the game wrong. It's quite funny because people that completely tryhard in PvE getting ultra upset when they die to Malenia for the like 20 time or whatever, like looking up guides, strategies, trying to improve like gameplay wise in the PvE. They're gonna come to the PvP and after that they will be coping about like meta being bad or boring or whatever, yeah? Using of the poor tools, usage of the poor tools and forcing other players to use this as well, this is fucking boring. Like, you are not going to fucking improve if you're gonna be playing with weapons that just because of its statistics cannot really like do much in the first place. You are handicapping yourself in stupid way. It's not like you are not going to be better player because you are using weapons that are worse, yeah? There is also an argument of people like saying meta as like having a lot of things multiple copies of, for example, like I'm using golem arrows right now, and there is an argument in that, honestly. I personally would prefer if you would have to gather everything like normally in game, but this is not how the Souls games being played in PvP. And yeah, just as simple as that. If From Software gonna do something for the sake of so, we would actually be able to farm stuff normally without losing our brain cells. I am more than happy to do that. Just not how the games are played. This guy is fat rolling. But yeah, it's just like this is also like that scrap code of, oh my god, you're using cheat engine. How could you? Cheating. Like, yeah, everyone does. That's the thing. If you are not doing it, you are just not advanced enough yet at these games. Or you are playing on Xbox. Sooner or later, everyone is gonna be using either cheat engine or save files that are duped. Really as simple as that. Like, the best fucking thing is when you see people that actually like talking much shit about usage of the cheat engine or save editors, but they are actually just asking friends to drop them shit. Which is so fucking ridiculous. Because everything what they do is just they are expanding process in time, whereas they are just cheating or save scamming if you prefer. But I feel like the most ridiculous thing about all of it is legitimately people talking shit about others that use meta. You want to play off meta? Play off meta. But if you are playing off meta religiously, and you are not playing meta stuff because they are meta, if your entire personality is I play off meta and I force other people to play off meta, then holy shit, dude, you are crazy. Especially yet again, in a game, in action RPG. So a game that is very, very, very stat focused. Hi. What's up, Beaver? Oh, that won't work. Interesting attempt to use the Ash. Well, latency here wasn't greatest, huh? Like, if not for that spinning slash for one, yeah, just I would be cheesed with the hyper armor. What is fun in that? If you like to be fucking bodied because of the statistics, like, good for you, man. I would prefer to actually, like, experience the game to its full extent, rather than, like, coping in the most ridiculous way imaginable. Oh. Accidental roll. Wasn't planned. And honestly, like, I kind of agree. There are things that I, for example, do not use in PvP. For one, like Radiant Baldakin's Blessing, yeah? There are like broken things I just don't use. If I have possibility to not use, I, for example, do not use dual pikes and so on, but that's my individual choice. I feel like those things are ultra broken. That being said, honestly, maybe that's a bad thing I don't do it, because it kind of reminds me of situation with Dark Souls 1. Back in the days, of Dark Souls 1 before remaster, people used to legitimately shame others for backstabbing in PvP, and people truly believe that backstabs are so incredibly overpowered, they should be just not used. And what happened afterwards is it took people longer time to learn how to play around backstabs and ultimately figure out strategies that allow for straight up, like, making backstabs not only very manageable, but like core mechanic of the game that just balances things very well around. Like, without backstabs, Dark Souls 1 in its current state would be actually a ridiculously bad game, because it would be just a poise fest. Backstabs and plays around backstabs kind of balance the game around, and that's nice. Because people like stopped being fucking scrubs. Nowadays we know, for example, how to backstab escape, and consistently we know how to essentially disable our bugs hitbox on the wake up and so on. 50-50s that we can do after like we backstab someone, and also how to counter react. And just being off meta scrub is like overall stopping the development of the game's meta, yeah? Of course, because there is less people that play the game to its fullest. Which also gives like a bad picture of how the game is to the developers, honestly. If people wouldn't feel so bad about using dual pikes for one, which I guess I am part of the problem, because I don't really use dual pikes. Maybe dual pikes would be nerfed ages ago, but because so little amount of people actually using dual pikes, because how fucking uninteresting this setup is for many, including me, then we ending up with the situation where just shit is not nerfed at all ever since the release. And that's fucking bad. That's really, really bad. Because yeah, essentially strongest setup in the game. Okay. Nice. Yeah, essentially like strongest setup in the game is still fucking like, it's still broken and are completely unchanged. Like it shouldn't be the case like at all. Batman moment, GG. Like, finishing thoughts on all of this bullshit is, if you are unfortunate enough to fall into the trap of a bunch of scraps convincing you into the fact that meta bad and you're supposed to play off meta, you're ultimately making like the experience worse for yourself, because you're limiting yourself only to the fucking shit setups. It's like, legitimately, imagine playing, let's say, Skyrim and looking at the freaking spells and being like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna use this one because it's too OP. It would be so mean to kill a bear in the forest with that one. Like, bruh, it would be so ridiculous. Why scraps doing that in the PvP?